What is up guys, I'm back and in today's video we are going to be doing 8 games that we all played, but you're not going to admit it, are you? Before this video starts though, can I just show you something mad? I know that I'm really late because this was uploaded like a month ago, but you know the kid that made It's Memeless Bro? Well, in one of his videos on his other channel, he actually reacted to me.
There we go.
Yeah, alright, that was sick, you're in.
Yo, you stack cups? Do you want to go, boys?
It's Memeless Bro with the T100 team.
Frick, that's like there. Ta-da!
My guy, that means so much to me that I'm not the only one that stacks plastic cups. But yeah, Josh mate, I mean, you got to step up your game a little bit, like I'm a lot quicker than that. Me and him might actually be collabing soon, which would be amazing, like I'd love to collab with more people, and the fact that it is the person who created It's Memeless Bro, that is mad. So guys, let's get into this video. If you do like it, make sure to leave a like on the video. Enough chittering and chattering, let's get into the video. First game on this list, Mario Party DS. Quality game. So if you're not familiar with Mario Party, it's basically where, I don't really know even where to begin describing it. It's basically like a board game, except on your DS. Why kids can't just get off their DS and actually play a board game in real life is beyond me. And then between rounds, you get a mini game. This is what Mario Party's famous for. These god-awful, addictive, they are so addictive, it's actually annoying. The one that I banged out the most was that one where you have to jump off the blackboard and then stop yourself just before the bottom of it. You know when you went into minigame mode and how on all of the games there's like a staff record, like the best that the staff have done, like working on it? Yeah, I actually beat the staff record. Oh my god, who remembers that game where you had to like jump down and blow at the bomb? Like you physically had to blow into your DS to like get the bomb lower. If you're the one that sets off the bomb, then you explode. Mad game. I have this really weird memory of when I was about 6 playing this game with my dad. We were on a plane like going to France or Italy or somewhere. We got some of the weirdest looks ever sitting on a plane just blowing into a DS screen. I still have my DS here. We were literally going like I'm not going to tell you when the last time was that I played Mario Party, but let's just say, I have played Mario Party in the year 2017. Pretend I never said that, let's move on. Talking of rage games, the world's hardest game on Cool Maths Games. I mentioned this in my Team 100 application video. Yeah, Memeless mate, we're still waiting for the Cool Maths Games video. But yeah, if you didn't play the world's hardest game, then you're dead to me. Comment down below what level you got to on that game. I made it to level 12 once. Like, that is an achievement, sorry, but I'm putting that on my CV. So if you lived under a red 2-dimensional square all your life, basically what the world's hardest game is that you are a red 2-dimensional square. You have to go from green point to green point, not touching the blue dots. Oh, and you also have to collect the yellow dots before you finish it. It was such a good game. There isn't really that much to say about this one other than the fact that I wasted years of my life playing it. Moving on to something else that every single person watching this video will have at least heard of. Minecraft. Admit it, to this day, we all have the most pointless Minecraft knowledge ever. Sorry, we just do. Besides, how would the real world function without people who know which mobs burn in daylight and which ones don't? Or the fact that you can burn wood in a furnace to create charcoal so that you can make torches before you find coal. The amount of people that didn't know that last one is really infuriating. I feel like everyone who has an Xbox or a PS4 has Minecraft downloaded on it just in case, you know, just in case they lose the will to live. Right, next game, Wii Bowling. Life. I remember in like 2010 when my parents couldn't be bothered to like take us out to a bowling alley or something, we would literally have like a family game of Wii Bowling. Or like when it was really cold and we couldn't be bothered to go outside, we'd literally just light a fire and play a game of Wii Bowling in the living room. Who remembers what would happen when you bowl the ball backwards? Like when you spin around and you bowl it backwards? If you never tried that, then you're not a proper person. But yeah, I'm not joking, Wii Bowling was sick back in the day, admit it. Right, let's talk about another game on Cool Maths Games. Let's talk about Papa's Burgeria. If you don't know what this one is, it's basically where you work at this burger place and there's these people that walk in who have feet but no legs. They tell you what they want in the burger, you go and make the burger, you give it to them, and they might give you a tip if you were like a little bit decent. Eventually I moved on to stuff like Papa's Hot Doggeria, but they kind of overcomplicated it and it just wasn't as good anymore. Has anyone else noticed that Cool Maths Games has no games to do with maths? I feel like the only reason why they called it Cool Maths Games is so that in schools kids could put their hand up and say, "Miss, can we play some cool maths games?" The teacher would say, "Why, yes, of course, Jimmy. That would really help your learning in maths." And then kids just proceed to play this or Run 2 or whatever they play. Like, I'm not joking, I think that actually is the reason why it's called Cool Maths Games. Right, another Mario game now, Mario Kart Wii. I'm not talking about the weird fabricated version on the Nintendo Switch, no. No. When I was at Summer in the City, I saw them playing that weird new version on the Switch with all the new characters that have never been in anything Mario ever. Like, no, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the true Mario Kart Wii. If you want to test me, if you want to challenge me, then tomorrow, 6 o'clock, Rainbow Road, bikes only, it's on. I mean, of course I'm joking. Cooper Cape is obviously the best map and it always will be. I know someone disagrees, but never mind, let's move on now. Right, I have no idea what website this game was on, but do you remember that game where, like, the balloons went through the path and you had to, like, build defences to kill them? I don't know why I just used the word kill when I was talking about balloons. You had to pop the balloons, basically, yeah. You know in, like, year 8 when you had a cover teacher in ICT and they just said, oh, get on with something on your computers, I really don't care. This was the go-to game. Everyone would just play Tower Defense 2. That was what it was called. I mean, it was either that or Scratch FIFA pack openings. Like, don't lie, you've played it before. Yo, I was a pro at Scratch. I made Five Nights at Freddy's on Scratch. I'm not even lying, I made Five Nights at Freddy's on Scratch in ICT. Actually, no, forget that. My best creation on Scratch was probably the Comedy Dance Simulator. Like, I'm not joking, in school, in ICT, I made a Comedy Dance Simulator. I'm not making this up. I won't use this teacher's real name, but let's just call her, Mrs. Hunter. I remember the teacher walking over to me and said, oh, Tom, what's this? This looks pretty interesting. The code looks pretty complicated. And it actually was. The code was kind of complicated for this one. And I had no idea what to say, so I just said, it's a YouTube simulator. And she said, oh, who's Comedy Dan? I said, oh, just this guy, I watch him YouTube, he's pretty funny. And the teacher said, oh, okay, I'll look him up. Right. Hi, Mrs. Hunter, if you're still watching. The final game that I'm going to talk about was the best game ever. Like, ever. It literally is. It's the best game ever. I bet you are wondering what this is going to be. I bet you're wondering so hard what this is going to be. Wii Fit. If you don't still have your Wii Balance Board, like, underneath the table where your TV is, then you're lying. You still have it. I know you still have it. Who remembers, like, that weird aerobic class in it where you'd, like, just step onto the board and off again? It was, like, to music as well. I'm not joking. It was literally an exercise where you just step onto the board and off again. Like, I'm not joking, this was it. Like, I mean, I get the fact that for some people this is actually kind of a leg day. It kind of is for me as well. Or, you know, what about that thing where they'd, like, kick footballs at you and you had to, like, lean and header it? They'd, like, throw shoes at you and things and you have to, like, dodge them, but you have to, like, header the ball. That header game in VR would make my life complete. Whenever I go to, like, a new house that I've never been to before and I see a Wii Balance Board there, I'm so tempted to always ask, oh, you have Wii Fit, can we play it? I never would, because I don't think they'd ever take me seriously again, but oh well. Okay, for anyone wondering, that is a joke. I don't actually think that. I do still always get a tiny bit excited when I see a Wii Balance Board though, I'm not lying about that. I hope that's not only me that goes into other people's houses and sees Wii Balance Boards and just gets so excited by it. That is the end of today's video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Keep on suggesting video ideas. This one was pretty fun to make. I kind of just like came up with this. Actually, no, I stole it off Jack, mate, but I'm like a year late, sorry about that. All likes and comments are very much appreciated. See you next week.